I think I've just discovered the best toy shop in China.
This might be the biggest toy shop in China, one building absolutely packed with anime figures and toys. But is it actually worth your time, or is it just another tourist trap? Let's go find out.
What are they doing there? Archery. That's cool. In Australia, and they've got cats in here with the kids doing archery. There's no way. In Australia, that's how backwards they are. They would put animal welfare before the kids, before the archery. They wouldn't let that happen in Australia because projectiles with children under 18 and animals living in Australia. There is no fun, there is no freedom. It's all occupational health and safety, human resources, over-regulation, over-policing, under fun. You're not allowed to have fun. And look at all these people here having fun. We call Australia a prison island because the people there aren't allowed to do anything other than pay taxes. I don't understand, right? Like, you've got Japanese toys here, like this, all vintage, in the original box for 40 Australian dollars. Like, how do you go wrong? This is stuff you just don't find. Is it cheaper here in China with this Japanese stuff, or would it be cheaper in Japan? A friend of mine's on a sourcing trip in Japan at the moment, but, you know, something like that, 12 Australian dollars. Another 12 Australian dollars. But it just doesn't end. There is so much vintage, boxed products. This here, 6 Australian dollars. What? $10 Australian in the original box. Sega. So many plush toys. $15 for a vintage SpongeBob. But, you know, $12, $12, $12, $12, $10. I mean, these larger ones are 15. It's worth just buying the whole shop and start selling it in your own country at these prices. $10 for something like that. How cheap are these? That's only like $7. Wow, why so cheap? We got Pokemon in here as well. Some different graded cards. If you've got a product, a brand, a service, a business that you want promoted, contact me in the details below. Anime is a huge thing in China, and all the boy bands, I don't even know who they are. There are so many costume shops here. You can dress up as anything you desire. How are all the Harry Potter style items that you can decor your home with? Or be a witch? I feel like it should be Halloween. I like these figures. These are so cool. 3,200. That's what's that? Decent sized figures. Tom and Jerry. All the Disney items. Cards. I don't know what they are. Makes me miss selling cards on Whatnot. These are awesome. How cool are the bricks? If I was to still have my shop, I would want to sell those just because I like looking at them. You can put those LED screens now on anything. What better way to advertise? They even go around things. Considering this shopping mall is over 300 years old, well, the precinct, not the mall, it's all modern. All these different cards. How awesome are these vending machines? Just China is so far ahead. And look at this, it's a whole outlet of vending machines. Because realistically, what kids don't want a surprise? It's the luck of the draw. And this whole outlet is one big luck of the draw. I've never seen anything like this. Wouldn't this be a good business model, just to have all your different suppliers that might be hard to move, but you put them in mystery balls and you can get rid of the dead stock. Every single building in China that you go in has a big center like this where you can just take in how big every building is. I feel like this whole shopping center is the same as far as all the other retail outlets that we've been to. This whole complex is just one building of what seems to be different anime toys and figures and collectibles. Every building in all of bloody China is themed. That's how big the scale is here. This seems to just be an anime building for kids. Like all the young generations of badges and pins and buttons and soft toys and cards and action figures. This is one whole building full of it. No wonder tourists like coming to Dongmen. I don't even know if that's how you say it. All the different cards. Wouldn't even know what any of these are. Like, and look at this, soft foil packs. You don't know what you're going to get in any of them. It is buyer beware. Good luck. The badges. 12. They're $2 a badge. What do they cost to make? 5 cents? 1 cent? I don't know. More machines. So that whole building full of machines obviously isn't enough. They've got heaps more here. These are on wheels, so you could wheel them out the front of your shop when you're open for trade. Here's some figures, and they're so cheap here compared to what you get in Australia. All the different Pokemon. So this little Pokemon's $30 and he fires things out. Or you can get something like that, that is $110, but it's quite large in scale. I think we're in a more of a retail outlet. Keep in mind, you're going to be paying retail prices in these buildings for these sorts of things. But if you can find the wholesaler or the manufacturer, which would be in China, which is a matter of where, you get those at a tenth of that price. But all the stores, to me, it all just looks the same. I don't know what the difference between all these stores is because I'm not familiar with the Chinese market and the characters. We don't see them in Australia. If you want to get a costume for your girlfriend or if you want to wear one yourself. What's this? Is this like Scaletrix? Yeah, here we go. There's just so much here for kids to do. More figures. That one's got some colour to it. I haven't seen an old... I'm probably the oldest person in this whole building. This is a model kit shop. But the figures that they have here, we don't have... I mean, I don't even think we've got a model shop left in South Australia anyway, but here they still sell them. Like, people still build model kits. When I was 10, only 33 years ago, I used to build them every school holidays. Gave me something to do. Some of this stuff's old. Old Dragon Ball Z. Like, what year is on this? 2009. So they've got the older stuff here too. And that's $1.99. That's $40. Should look up some of this on eBay and see what it's selling for on there. The boxes are a bit tattered. That's 2004. So that's, what, 19 years old. That's $100 though. $100 Australian. We're in a brand new shopping mall, but they've got second-hand figures here. That's $30. There's some large scale figures. I don't know the toy market well enough to know what's worth money these days. It does change so quickly. Whether they've compared these two prices on eBay or whether you can get them here and put them on the internet and make money. I'm not going to go through and look them all up individually, but how cool are some of these? I don't think these would be from China. I feel like these would be Japanese. We're like in a toy shop. All of these here as well. That one's $60 Australian. How's the car? Astro Boy always sold well for me, but that's 110 Australian.
but he's still in his original pack. I don't know what year it is. Models. Rows of them. Figures. People are lined up to buy stuff. These are huge in scale. I think I've just discovered the best toy shop in China. It's like a Japanese shop, but it's got all the models and toys and collectibles through this entire floor. What's that? G.I. Joe. 1700. Made in China. That's like 320 Australian. All the different anime figures. Do you recognise many of these? I don't know any of them. More Astro Boys. So something like this, that's 83 American here, which is about 120 Australian. I've tried to do a Google image search, but I'm struggling for internet. It doesn't matter where I've been in China. I've got a Chinese SIM card and I just cannot get signal anywhere. It's bloody the most frustrating thing that I've experienced. So I can't compare any of these prices. You could literally grab any of these, do a image search, and find out whether you could make money on any of them, because there are so many older products that are sitting here on the shelves, and all you've got to do is find what you can make the most amount of money on. You know what I mean? Like, you don't even need to buy them here. You could put them on your eBay store, and if they sell, when they sell, you come back and pick them up. There's multiples of so many of them that are here, and it's just one way that you can make money from nothing. And you know, a lot of people don't have a whole lot, but by doing it this way, you can legitimately start with $0. So I just looked this one up, which is $60 US, and the internet just worked, and that's what they're going for online. So don't impulse buy, because you might be able to find you can get them online anyway. Time is money though. If you wanted to spend enough of your time here to find products that you can make money on, you're gonna be able to make a full-time living just doing this. For example, this is $100 US on eBay. They're actually more expensive. Not a whole lot of profit in it because we're in the China market and this is what's available in China on eBay. But all you need to do is a little bit of research. You go around, you find a product, you scan it in. There's a barcode scanner on eBay which allows you just to scan that, and it shows what they're selling for or what people are asking. You can go to sold listings, see how many have sold, whether they're just asking prices or actually selling prices. You find some items, you put them on eBay, and when they sell, you come back and buy them. Hope they're still here, otherwise you might have to issue some refunds. So it depends on how you want to go about it, but that is how I start, with nothing, and turn it into something. What I would prefer to do is find the older items, because old on-card items that haven't been opened, that might be 20, 30 years old, that you can find here, there's going to be unique opportunities to get that one-off item where someone on the world stage, if you offer international shipping on eBay, will spend that money, because collectors will overpay, because if there's something that they don't have, they need it. And those items are in places like this. There's even Batman toys here. Look, I can't even bend down because of my knee still. Do you know, since I've freaking had that motorbike accident, you know how old you are by how much noise you make when you're getting up and down. But my knee is STUFFED. That's a modern one. That seems expensive. 10, 20, that's like 60 bucks. I've got to see how much this Pokemon Center toy is worth. It's from 2014, because being Pokemon Center, it could be rarer. Not everything is always priced correctly. All you do is your barcode scan and it's come up, but they're all different. There's one there, so it's 800 yuan, which is about, what is that? $160, I think. So this is $550 here though. So you're gonna make $50 plus, and it's just as simple as that, if I've got my numbers right, because the conversions are a bit off, and I'm talking Australian dollars because I'm Australian, so it's hard for me to remember to convert it to American from Chinese, which it is what it is. But go around, scan the products and see what you can find.
If you've watched any of my China videos, you'll know one thing by now. Scale is everything. And here, this building is another perfect example of that. From the outside, it doesn't look like much, but once you step inside, you quickly realize how massive these wholesale markets really are. Floor after floor is packed with thousands of different toys, from vintage collectibles to modern anime figures. There's Pokemon, action cards, model kits, blind boxes, plush toys, there's all sorts. Every pop culture franchise you can think of. Every aisle seems to lead to another supplier, and every supplier has hundreds, sometimes thousands of different products. Many toys that you see in Australia, Europe, and the US often begin their journey in places like this. Plenty of successful businesses simply find products that people already love. They build a brand around them and sell them through platforms like eBay, Whatnot, TikTok Shop, Shopify, and even Amazon. This is why walking through markets like this are valuable. You're seeing trends before they appear in many Western stores. If anime is exploding in popularity, you'll notice it here. If a certain collectible is becoming hard to find, chances are you'll see suppliers stocking it before it becomes mainstream overseas. I also love the mix of old and new. One store might be filled with brand new Pokemon merchandise, while the next has vintage toys that collectors have been hunting for years. It's almost like visiting a giant museum where everything happens to be for sale. The variety is unbelievable. Every few meters there's another niche. Gundam, Dragon Ball, One Piece, Pokemon, Disney, Marvel, educational toys, plush toys, retro gaming.
I cannot believe I've stumbled across 2 shops so far out of all of these that have all the vintage box toys from Japan in China. But this is what I'm trying to describe on my videos. I'm doing walkthrough because I can't show you each shop because of how much is in each shop. Like here's another one. This looks like it's Pokemon related. Whatever that is. It's got slabbed cards here. Any of these any good? It's got some early American ones in here as well. PSA 9s. Oh, they're 21s. They're not that old. And we've got price $5.50 on that one at the back. 2020. That's $100 for a PSA slab. It's like $80 just to get a slab now, so you're better off already buying it graded.
It's impossible to see everything in a single visit. This is also where relationships become important. Many suppliers are happy to sell small quantities, while others specialize in wholesale orders. If you're serious about building a business, taking the time to speak with suppliers, compare prices, and understand minimum order quantities can make a huge difference. These markets give you a behind-the-scenes look at how global retail really works. Instead of seeing products once they're sitting on a shelf with a huge retail markup, you're seeing where businesses come to resource them. Places like this are fascinating to explore.
Just goes to show that stuff isn't rare when you know where to find it.
You don't just see business owners walking around. You see parents with their kids, teenagers, collectors, and families spending hours exploring building after building. And honestly, it's easy to see why. Imagine growing up and having an entire multi-story building dedicated to toys. Every corner you turn to, there's something different to look at.
Not seeing a whole lot of people win any prizes here. I don't know if they were eating something or doing crafts. How's the variety though? Like one building, it's just themed, it's just toys and figures and badges. I love that about China. Like you know what you're gonna find and it's gonna be a lot of it. You just gotta go to one place. It's so good how they do it here. It's the best system. Got all different cards. Here you can shoot some balloons, do your craft. What a great day for the kids. As a dad with 3 sons, they're 11 and 16 months apart, 20, 21, 22 this year. Makes me miss having young kids because I would bring them here and it would be an awesome day. At 43, I don't think I want to go down that path again, or do I? Maybe 100 more children. One in every country, so I've got somewhere to stay when I'm older maybe. By the time I'm 60, I should have enough kids that one of them will want to look after me maybe. The problem is, there are, I don't even know, there could be 100 buildings like this where we are right now in Dongmen. So how long is that going to take to get through it all? That's the proportions of how everything is in China. And to think this area is 300 years old, the oldest shopping precinct in all of Shenzhen. So this building here is the one we've just walked out of, but there's these here still.
This is only one stop in my China series. I've been exploring some of the biggest wholesale markets, shopping buildings, and hidden locations across China. So click the next video on the screen and keep watching the journey. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And if you want the exact locations from any of these videos, join the members area through the link in the description below. Catch you in the next one, guys.